the babe is either. It's plugged. What? Chewing tobacco?
Backy, man.
What do you do with it? You're killing me, Smalls.
Welcome back to Thinking Critical. This is Wes, and it felt like Marvel Comics were taking up all the headlines for all the wrong reasons, obviously with the Hellfire Gal and some other news coming out. But finally, DC Comics is back in the game. They're doing a round-robin tournament of what appears to be a poorly constructed fanfics, although there are a couple of these story ideas that appear to be real. And here to talk to me about this is a man that knows everything about bad comic book pitches. We're going to rate them, and we're going to predict the winners. Perch, how you doing?
Well, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on. And what a time to be alive.
It is. It's what a time to be alive. You would think possibly this is an April Fool's joke, but it is not. This is real. And I'm going to say this before we get started. I'm still pissed that they did the naming vote for the dog and Nightwing, and you couldn't vote if you were overseas.
Yeah. That's the worst part of this.
That was the worst part of that. He's Bitewing now, so at least they got a good name. But I would have liked to have been on the pun. But let's get to something a little less fun. We've got 8 brackets, the big tournament of these fanfic titles. I will do my best 1980s movie intro trailer voice, and then we'll decide who's the winner. In bracket 1, Green Lanterns, Underworld's on fire. A deadly outfit of space outlaws are raising the intergalactic underworld sector by sector under the command of a disruptive new kingpin in search of an ancient payday worth becoming the target of every power player in the galaxy, including Sinestro. Green Lanterns Kyle Rayner and Kilowog are put on the case, but will Kyle be able to do this one by the book where he finds out who's behind it all? Huh? Sounds like
that sounds good.
Kyle might go off the deep end and start beating confessions.
Yeah, I'm good with that. That sounds fun. Yeah, man, they're all going to be like this. This is great.
Nah, let's see the competition. This one might not be quite as serious.
All right, I like that one. Yeah.
Etta Candy, Holiday Hero Incorporated.
Oh.
On summer break from Holiday College, an ancient accident grants Etta Candy her very own superpowers. Taking on the new superhero mantle Candy Stripe, Etta joins forces with Wonder Woman, Amanda Waller, and her Beta Lambda sorority sisters to create Holiday Hero Incorporated, an all-girls agency sworn to protect and assist anyone in need. Woo woo. Huh?
Huh. Yeah, okay. That's the Green Lantern one sounds great.
Yeah.
Let's do the Green Lantern one.
Let's do the Green Lantern. You're not for the Etta Candy Stripe?
Candy Stripe, a Holiday Hero sounds exciting. Yeah, let's do Green Lantern. Green Lantern, great. Green Lantern sounds amazing.
That sounds like something you and Joe made up in your bad comic book pitches for
I'm getting the feeling that he's two-timing me here with DC at this point.
You think he's giving over his good stuff to DC Comics?
Yeah, I feel betrayed a little bit. Like, I'm gonna have to have a little talk with Joe about that. Okay, well, great. Green Lantern. Let's all vote for Green Lantern. Yeah.
So this bracket number 2, we've got The Brave and the Bug, Crisis on Infinite Ambush. Ambush Bug must team up with some of DC's greatest heroes to survive an attack by revenge-seeking ambush bugs from across the multiverse, who never got to exist thanks to AB's refusal to be rebooted.
Okay, Ambush Bug is it's all right. That's a back in the 80s. Ambush Bug and She-Hulk were our big kind of humor, characters that we all loved. And I've got to support a character that refuses to be rebooted. I mean, don't we all feel that way? So okay, that could be all right. Sure.
Next up, we've got a Zatanna story, and it feels like they're wading into the Harry Potter crowd just by the name. Zatanna and the King of Nightmares.
Yes.
Something is terribly wrong with Zatanna's powers, but before she can heal herself, she is forced to confront her worst fears in a strange new spiritual realm ruled by the terrifying otherworldly foe known as the King of Nightmares.
Yeah, okay. You know what? This sounds good. I would go for this. I like Zatanna, and she's... I don't know yeah, this is good. Okay, King of Nightmares, fine, and then she could find the Chamber of Secrets, and maybe the Half Blood Prince, and everything will be okay. But no, I could. These two are pretty good. This is
A little tougher.
this is a little tougher. Yeah, I think I would go for the Hot Magician book. Yeah.
Let's do it. Bracket 3, we've got Lobo, Animal Man, Scorched Earth, Lobo. The man makes entire alien races collectively wet themselves with fear. The main man is proudly hyper-violent, arrogant, loud, stubborn, impatient, and ill-tempered. The best thing about him is after he completes his contract, he leaves until now. Like he can't leave Animal Man?
You can't leave him. Yeah. I mean, this okay. So buddy cop, kind of crazy thing there. All right. I like Lobo. I like Animal Man. Defending the Earth. I mean, sure. There could be some comedy here. All right.
We like the main man. He's going to be facing off with Son of the Creeper.
Yeah,
An awkward teenager's life is turned upside down when he inherits his dad's chaotic powers. With his family in danger, Kieran Miller must save a father he doesn't know from the monster he's become. Sounds eerily similar to that Scotty Young series from Boom.
Yeah. Son of the Creeper. I thought this was going to be about like Dan Didio, but all right. Kieran Miller, sure. Son of the Creeper. Who doesn't want to? Why are they doing this?
I don't know.
Huh, okay. I mean, all right. I guess you know what? I don't think they want to make any of these comics. That's
No.
Sorry, we'll go through the rest. We'll okay. Okay.
So bracket 4, this one's likely the one to get the most headlines. We've got Justice League Queer. Quite on the nose. Before I get into this, I want to say how bad I feel for Joe Glass. First, Keanu Reeves moves in on his Kickstarter territory and takes away his funds there and tries to take his audience. And now DC Comics are basically coming in on his queer super team book idea with Pride, with Justice League Queer, and it's not right. Joe Glass should be able to be the man. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know who that is, but this is a terrible idea. Yeah.
Eight young queer heroes investigate a series of monstrous manifestations around the world and discover that something much more terrifying is coming.
I thought when they said JLQ, it was going to be like Justice League QAnon, but I guess queer is where we're going with this. All jokes aside, this is a terrible idea. Who's going to like this? No, nobody is going to like this. The LGBT community is not going to like this. Nobody wants this. This is terrible. Like nobody would sign up for this. I mean, maybe that guy you mentioned earlier. I don't know who that is.
He's the guy from Bleeding Cool that wrote the Pride anthology.
I don't know who that is.
Well, yeah. I'm sorry, Joe Glass. Apparently, Perch did not back your campaigns.
Ah, damn. Well,
why not Justice League Pride or something a little?
Yeah, I mean, my feeling is this is going to offend a lot of people who they think are going to support it, and again, nobody wants this. Nobody wants this.
All right, well, that one's facing off with Robbins.
Oh.
In the Bloodhaven apartment of Dick Grayson, a group of young people meets for coffee, donuts, and vetching between long, awkward silences. The only thing they have in common, all were once Wonder Kids, sidekicks to Batman, Robbins.
All right, so once again, I feel like Joe is two-timing with DC, because this sounds a lot like City of Bruce to me.
Yeah.
I
like a friends setting. Is that what we're having? They're going to live in an apartment together.
The thing that I'm glad that finally we're getting a comic that's taking out all of the fighting crime and the action and just sticking to the coffee and donuts, because I hate that fighting crime shit.
Yeah, that's where all the real magic happens. So who are you voting for? Are you going JLQ or Robbins?
Well, I go for. I mean, come on, I'm going to go for Robbins. That jail. Well, I mean, you know what? I take it back. Let's see this. I like a good train wreck. Let's see them to publish and stand behind JLQ and have.
We'll get better video content out of JLQ.
Oh, that's true. I'm not thinking about the advertising. That's right. Yeah. Yep.
Bracket 5, we got something I think has potential here. PAWS off the Justice League. When the Justice League disappears, Jimmy Olsen and the Super Pets must save the world from certain doom by posing as the missing league. nobody's going to notice that Crypto is actually acting like Superman, right?
Nah, no, this is well, I mean, you know, it makes sense. You had that Avengers Pets comic that was, you know, that was a top seller, so you know, it makes sense. And you put in Jimmy Olsen, and that's just chef kiss right there. So
My kid would probably like it, but he's 5, and I imagine this comic book and who's voting on this are likely adults. So I hope they make it.
I doubt that, but yeah. I think we're going to use the adult term loosely.
They're going to be going up against Jesse Quick Control. When Jesse Quick uses her speed to access an alien artifact from a long-dead civilization, she finds herself imbued with the ability to harness and control the elements around her as former super speed is drained. But when the power begins to corrupt Jessie, she must decide to give up these gifts or risk becoming, quite literally, her own worst enemy.
She's got the Wally West disease. That's
yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame that's spread. Jesse Quick, is this the recent character from Infinite Frontier?
That's Jess Chambers.
Oh yeah, that's right. Jesse Quick. Okay. So we got to pass this stuff around. You know, who doesn't want another Flash? I mean, we always need more Flash comics. I you know, as much as I like dogs, sure, give me another Flash comic where you're screwing over the main character. That's what the DC I know.
Well, Paws Off the Justice League has a better pun in the title, but we'll go with it.
True. That's true.
6th bracket, Blue Beetle Graduation Day. I got to read these beforehand. Trapped between heroics and his future, Jamie Reyes is directionless. When the Reach interrupt Jamie's high school graduation, things only get worse. Starfire becomes a new mentor to Blue Beetle, but is it Jamie or the Scarab that's really in the driver's seat? And why hasn't Jamie applied to any colleges?
What?
Boom.
Oh, bastard. Yeah, okay.
Why hasn't the Blue Beetle tried to get higher education? He hasn't even applied. Is he scared to get rejected?
I mean, it's got Starfire in it, so that's good.
Well, hopefully her daughter's in it.
I hope her. Yeah, we could use a love interest. Or wait.
That won't work.
All right.
Maybe they could just be awkward friends.
They could, sure. I love comics about awkward friends and applying to college. Yeah. And they could cross over with that Robin's Drinking Coffee comic, and, you know,
yes,
great.
You get a whole universe of this stuff.
Yeah.
That one's battling with Night Runner Love in Paris. All of Paris is obsessed with an intoxicating virtual songstress whose holographic stage shows are lighting up the city of love. But when the Vocaloid ingenues fans start to disappear, Night Runner must track down the infamous developer behind the eerily realistic celebrity AI.
Well, I like Bilal. I like Night Runner as a character. So, you know, that's good. You know, he's in Paris, so all right. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I'll take this. I'm in on this. I'll go. Batman Incorporated was okay. This character is fine. Sure. I don't know.
It's got to be better than Blue Beetle trying to figure out what college he wants to go to.
Yeah, sure. I mean, he's tracking down a developer. Like, he just I mean, go to the local Chick-fil-A, figure out who's eating the sandwiches at 2 a.m, and you're done. Yeah. I don't think this is a hard case, but okay. All right. We've
only got 2 brackets left. We're almost down to the end of the road. We've had some real winners here.
Yeah.
Next up, Swamp Thing, A House of Secrets. When love will not die, the dead must rise from the grave to kill it. Louisiana, 1905. Caught in an eternal triangle of love and living death, the monstrous Alex Olson, his widow Linda, and his undead rival Damien vie for control of the cursed swamp where life, death, the past, and the future spiral into one never-ending nightmare.
You know, as an aside, you're doing a good job reading these. I get more excited hearing this. I like the Swamp Thing. I think you're going to do a Swamp Thing back in 1905. All right. I mean, it's fine. Yeah. That sounds good. I'm up for this. Sure. Yeah.
Get the guys that wrote the plot for Vault to write this. It'd be great.
Yeah. There's things on here that make me think that not everybody's on meth. So that's all right. This is good.
Yeah. This is one of the stronger ones.
Yeah, for sure.
That one's going head to head with Suicide Squad 7. Harley Quinn leads a team of criminals, a millionaire adventurer, a stage magician, a sugar-obsessed serial killer, a delusional former superhero, a drunk assassin, a mute metahuman, and a child who becomes a monster to stop the centuries-old Church of Blood from trying to destroy all of mankind.
So I'm guessing a sugar-obsessed serial killer. Ah, Jesus Christ. I think my guess is this is Team 7 meets Suicide Squad. So it's more Wildstorm kind of connecting. I mean, I'm glad that DC is wanting to do more with Harley Quinn because she's been an underutilized character. We haven't seen her many places, and it's like if they could get Batman in this book too, then you'd have it perfect. But despite that strong allure to understand what who the sugar obsessed serial killer is, I would have to go to Swamp Thing here.
I agree.
Yeah.
The Swamp Thing's probably the best pitch so far.
The millionaire adventurer could be Batman technically because he's not a billionaire more. So maybe
wouldn't it be great if the sugar obsessed serial killer was Joker, and then we could get another underutilized character?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, he does. Yeah, that's okay.
Maybe he's into Pepsi now.
Yeah, that he could be. He's got to watch his weight. maybe the diet. I don't know. Anyway, this
is the last bracket. Asteria, the last Amazon. An immortal Amazonian champion returns to man's world to discover her and the Amazon sacrifice now forgotten, a new breed of hero seeking power, glory, and dominance, and the secret family she left behind offering one last chance at redemption.
Sure. Oh, there's another Amazon. So that's
last Amazon.
There's been, yeah. Well, I mean, there are no men on that island, so I mean, they're gonna have to. I don't know how they're gonna keep breeding, but I guess there's a lot of clay. Yeah. All right. I mean, again, it makes complete sense when in a year where you've introduced Yara Flor as another Amazon to get another Amazon into the mix we haven't heard of before, who's a new breed of hero seeking power. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. Sure. Why not just keep pumping out Amazons and just do that every month? Fuck it.
This is the last one. It's going ahead with Superman and Lois Ignition. You know what I mean? And this is what I'm thinking Ignition is. You get what I'm doing?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
I remember the R. Kelly song, although people don't like R. Kelly
Woman
anymore.
Of Issue. Yeah.
Our solar system is a machine, and its purpose is to trap it, kill Superman. The sun is darkening. Mars's orbit is changing, and a mysterious citadel in Jupiter's great red eye is awoken. It is time for Kal-El to stand against the very end of his world. I thought his world had already ended. But he won't be doing it alone. Lois Lane is suited up and blasting off to get the biggest story in human history and to watch Clark's back as he faces his greatest challenge yet. Facing ancient aliens and planet-sized machines, trickster asteroids, and gigakrons of Neptune, Superman and Lois will fight across 9 planets to prevent Earth's dark destiny and save her future.
Okay, so first off, trickster asteroids, get the fuck out of here. Then Grant Morrison did All-Star Superman, where we don't need this. This
is awful. That's the worst one.
This is not the worst one. No,
that's the worst solicitation. It's. I don't even know what the hell it's talking about. Fucking Lois Lane suits up as the Rocketeer to blast off with Superman.
Sure. I mean, worst. Well, you're competing over here with Donut Robbins and Etta Candy Holiday and JLQ.
Okay.
So, I mean,
it's a battle for the worst. I'll give you that.
Yeah. I
recency bias on my part.
I mean, sure. Superman and Lois having adventures. Why not? I mean, in theory, I'd say I'd rather have that than throw another Amazon in the mix. But yeah, can you just vote no on any of these? I guess you can.
No.
Where are they doing this? Is this on Twitter that this is happening, or where?
Well, I know they're advertising it on Twitter.
Where is this stupid poll happening?
DC Universe Infinite Digital Platform is where that's happening. So I can't vote on it because I'm not I'm overseas still, so just like I couldn't vote on Bitewing, I can't vote on this. Not that I would have anyway.
I saw that on Twitter they've got a survey going, but is that just a survey just for jokes, or is there going to be a Twitter winner and a YouTube winner and a DC Universe?
I think we all know we're the losers in this.
I think, we are definitely the losers in this. There's a couple good concepts in here, but here's the problem with this entire thing is that you should never do this, just ever like this. The message you're sending to your audience is that basically you've got, 16 comics that you don't want to make or you don't think are strong enough to sell on your own. So you're going to guilt your audience by saying, hey, you pick one of these 16 comics that we think suck and we'll make it. And then you're going to buy it, right? Because you picked it.
You asked for it.
You asked for it. So here's your Etta candy, you bastards. Take it. That's a terrible way to market. Like, if you wanted to flip this around, the better way to do this would be to say, we're making all these 16 comics. I mean, that would be a terrible idea. But let's say there are 16 good comics on here. And you said, hey, Jim Lee's going to draw one of these for the first year. Pick which one Jim Lee draws. That would be a plus, because then you're sending the message, all of these things are getting made. We love all of them. And the superstar artist, you get to pick which one he does. That would be a good thing. This is just idiotic, and as a concept, it tells your people you have very little confidence in any of these pitches. And a couple, the Green Lantern sounds okay. I'd take Zatanna. I'd take
Swamp Thing,
Roll a lot, Night Runner, Swamp Thing, sure. There's a few on here that I think would be really good books. I'd like to read them, but get the fuck out of here with the rest of this.
Hey, I'm voting. If I could vote, I'd be voting for Justice League Queer just to make him do it.
Yeah, well, I mean,
asked for it.
It would create a lot of content for people like you and me, I guess. So
yes, it would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Joe Glass. First Keanu Reeves, now DC Comics. Keep creeping on your territory, brother.
Maybe he's the son of the creeper.